we would like to, in the spirit of Christmas, say a thank you and share a gift with some people as well. And to start that journey, I'm going to ask if Morgan might come to the microphone for us, because we would just like to share a few thoughts for Morgan. But I think it's important, Morgan, before we share our thoughts for you, that you put us all at ease and just tell us where it is you're going. I visited Morgan during this week. I detected a gleam in his eye, but he still couldn't tell me where he was going. He said he hoped to find out by this weekend. Whew. Come tell us, Morgan.
Sure. I don't know. I don't like farewells, but anyway, it is what it is. This week I received news, confirmed news that next year I'll be the associate pastor at what's now called Avondale University Church, really.
Morgan, those clapping of hands shows the appreciation that we have for you, and congratulations to you as to where you're going. Now, you have to just let me understand that gleam in your eye. If we took a survey here, I think the most popular place that most of us found our life partners was Avondale College. Apparently I don't have to say any more. Is that? No, of course it's not. The reason why Morgan is going to Avondale University to be the associate pastor there is because he has done such a good job here with us in Foresters Beach. I've not been out in the youth division, but I particularly have enjoyed thoroughly the sermons that Morgan has presented for us. And I think it most appropriate for the rest of the words that are shared for Morgan and his appreciation that we ask our youth leaders of the church if they wouldn't mind just coming forward and please sharing a few words for us in farewell to Morgan. Thanks, Bella, and also Jared. Thank you.
We just, as a youth group, and I know I speak on behalf of everyone, when we say thank you very, very much for an incredible few years that you've had with us. We have just loved having you for Sabbath schools, all the Friday night fellowships that you've taken. It's just been really, really good. I know you've been really, really inspirational to me personally. I don't think I've taken as many Sabbath schools in my life before. But thank you very much for being there and supporting us. And I'm very pleased you're going up there because it's not that far away. So that's really good for me because I'll definitely be visiting and seeing you up there. But thank you for being involved with our youth group. And we're really sad to see you leave. We are. And it's just something that, but we are really grateful for everything that you've done and all the visits that you've done and being there for our youth group. And I think everyone can agree that we're going to miss you heaps. So just got a little gift here for you from us all as a thank you.
Thank you, guys. And Morgan, how about a couple of words for us?
Yeah, I was going to take that cue even if you didn't say it so, Russell. It goes without saying that it's been a challenging year. And being here and also at Blue Haven Church, it's had its complexities, but this truly has been a church where it's been a sense of like stability for me in many ways. And I guess to speak a little personally, there are many of you that have given a text message or an email at a perfect time, and it's been a great sense of encouragement as well. It's only been a year, and it's felt like a lot more. And I know that, it's not a, it's just, like Jared said, I'm still close, nearby, and I know that, the friendships that have, albeit formed in a small way, will continue as well. And I'm eternally grateful for the year I've had at Foresters Beach here. So on behalf of myself, thank you very much to all of you. So thank you.
Thank you. And when you return, you can come back and say, on behalf of my wife and I. No, seriously, Morgan, I must not anymore. But we really wish you the very, very best as you make your way all the way there, very close to home for you, to Avondale University. And may it be a blessed year for you. And thank you for the great year that you have given us here. Thank you. We appreciate that. Folks, I thought it probably not quite appropriate that a cousin should make a final farewell to his cousin and his good wife. So I've asked Cherie, as one of our elders, if she would say those few words for Neil and Joy. But just before Cherie invites them to come forward, I simply would like to say, Neil, this is the third time you've been called out of retirement to fill in. And now that you've relocated closer to the place where they call retirement, apparently, we hope that you can get a freer run from here and a little bit more time for both of you. And on behalf of all of us, I would just like to wish you all the well. But Cherie has some special words for you both too.
Before I speak to Pastor Neil and Joy, I would just like to offer thanks, I'm sure on behalf of the church, to our senior elder this year, Pastor Russell Stanley. Last week, he thanked a number of people who had made a significant contribution to the work of our church this past year, and I feel he needs to be thanked. He came to Erina Church after 30 years in education, and then he started pastoral ministry, part of it in Victoria and then into the North New South Wales Conference. And some of you may not know, but he was the Erina Church pastor for 5 years before we joined with the Entrance and Foresters Beach Church was formed. Pastor Russell, supported by his wife Carol, has done an outstanding job in this past year, and he has motivated people, he has found people to finish tasks, he's found people to support with money and other ways, and he's turned, I believe, our church building into a church home by initiating projects that make things more comfortable and functional for us. So Pastor Russell, on behalf of the church, thank you for what you've contributed in the past year.
And since I'm not leaving, you don't need
No.
a speech.
So I meant to say he's not leaving you. When Pastor Jared and Kylie announced to us in October 2020 that they'd accepted a call to Melbourne, the North New South Wales Conference administrators told us that they would find another ministerial couple who are the perfect fit for our church. The search finished where it began, in row 3 to the left of this church, with the appointment of Pastor Neil and Mrs. Joy Watts. I'm sure it was not their first choice of retirement projects, but they came to us with an open heart of godly kindness and have really been a wonderful ministerial couple for us. Pastor Neil had been a union and conference president as well as a church pastor, and you have brought to us your fine sermons, your godly nature, and a way of pointing us towards heaven. Joy, I'd like to say something about you. Thank you for fully supporting Neil, for reflective listening, for willingness to be present, and for being gracious and kind, and offering prayerful support to individual matters, and all to the glory of God. We've been most grateful. I'm pleased to say that even though you've moved, you aren't leaving us as yet. And Neil, who could know that on a dark night, swimming through the coral sea, swimming for your life towards a light on the horizon, that one day you would come to Foresters Beach Church and point a light in the sky for us to swim towards. And on behalf of Foresters Beach Church, I would like to thank you both and invite you to come forward.
Oh, thank you. That was too kind, but I appreciate it. And we're not leaving entirely. We'll still be members here, even though we've moved a little bit north. But I was reluctant to take on this role, as you probably know, at the time. But I have appreciated the support that I've got from everyone, and I thank you for that. I want to thank everyone who's been involved in the services, especially, and our elders who have been a tremendous help and support to me in my work. And to Jared too. It's been great to work with Jared, even though we've only been kind of part-time together. And especially to Pastor Russell, as Cherie has mentioned. Russell's done a tremendous job, and I would never have survived well and done very much good if it hadn't been for his support. He's been a rock that's helped us through, done lots of things that I haven't been able to do. And in my part-time role and the fact with COVID, I don't feel that I've done a really good job as your pastor. It's been a difficult year for those different reasons, but I'm glad I've been here, and I love you all, because we've often remarked, haven't we, Joy, that this is a church that there's been no major conflicts, not that we've seen much of anyway. Might have been underneath, I don't know, but you've been very kind to me and not brought me into those. So thank you all for the great support, and I look forward to still coming back here as much as we can. And just praise God for the opportunity. May God bless you all as you get your new pastor. I'm looking forward to having Pastor Thompson come. He'll be a real full-time pastor and an experienced man, and I'm sure the church will, especially if COVID eases off, he'll be able to do a lot more things, and the church will grow and reach out into the community as we've wanted to do over the last 2 years even more. So thank you. Thank you, Russell.
Thank you, Neil. Stay right with us if you would. And Joy, yes, look, as Cherie has really said it already for Neil and Joy, this really has been a godsend for us for this year, being unable to fill the position with a permanent pastor. For the role that Neil has done, you were apologising for your work considering COVID, but I think you have done a wonderful job. So to you both, we wish you all the very best. Now, you've said a few words, Neil, but Joy, do you want to say a few words now that you've got a full-time husband?
Well, I just want to thank you all for your love and your support and your friendship. And we're not going, we're coming to worship here as often as we can next year. And we'll follow your lives with interest and prayers. So God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you.